What's up, you guys? So today is Thursday, and I'm about to take you guys for a kind of like a biker meetup that we have it like I think every week. Yeah, it's every week in Toronto. There are different other events as well, which I'll be taking you to in the future. This event is, I think it goes from somewhere around five. People start assembling from five. So right now it's kind of beginning of the summer, and as you can see, like the weather is getting hotter and hotter, and I think the next few weeks will be about 26-30 degrees. So it does get super hot in Canada as well. People think like it's always going to be snowing or winter. So I'm just getting ready. I'm getting all my gear and my GoPro and everything. I don't know where I kept it. I think it's charging. So everything is getting ready. I'm just gonna shoot a vlog and let's see because last year I kind of took a break from motorbiking, and I got married in 2018, and somebody hit my bike in 2018 and ended up being declared as a total loss. So for that for that year, I was like, yeah, might as well save up because it does cost you a lot of money, and just to have like two vehicles, like a car and a motorbike, it does cost you a lot of money. And I was in a position where I had to choose because my wife was coming to India and all those things were happening. So I wanted to save up a little bit of money, and so I kind of laid off on that thing. But as soon as I think spring started, and I kept seeing more and more bikes, and I told my wife, I was like, "Hey, I want to get a motorbike." So she decided to just like she was like, "Yeah, let's go and get it." So we ended up buying a motorbike, and which you already saw in my previous vlogs. And yeah, so I'll show you how it happens. I'll talk more about motorbikes because that's really something I want to do whole time, like become a biker and do more motor vlogs. So that is something I always like. Every time I used to go to work in summertime, I would be like, how can I get the fuck out of work to just go and ride my motorbike? So that has always been something, since I was in India, and I love motorbikes so much to the point where I was like, if summertime, if I got to work, say, for my shift, and sometimes, in Canada, usually, like, if there's nothing to do, they like to cut your hours. Like, they'll say, hey, you can go home. So there were days when I got there and my chef was like, you know what? There's nothing really to do today. I don't know why I scheduled you, and I'll be like, yeah, if you want, I can go home because my bike is like right outside, and I'll just walk off and go for a group ride or something. So um, I've always been like that, I've always been impulsive. So um, that's about it. So without wasting any more time, I'm gonna take you guys for a ride, and let's see how this vlog goes. Welcome to the Motovlog. Today I'm gonna be taking you to a biker meetup, and this is just a clip from one of my weekend ride when I went out with my wife. I'm gonna be talking more about the biking culture in Canada and some stories how I started riding my motorbike here in Canada, and I've always been a biker since I was in India. So this right here is a biker wave. So every time you pass like a motorbike in Canada, people will wave at you. The first time that happened with me was when I was riding past a group of Harleys, and they all pointed at me. So I thought there was something wrong with my bike. So without wasting any time, let's get into this vlog. So I'm about to leave for a biker meetup, which is at Leslie and Lakeshore. This biker meetup is every Thursday at Leslie and Lakeshore near Tim Hortons. When you start riding in your early days, this will be like a hype where people will go and meet up. When I first got there, I felt like I was a part of the Tokyo Drift because It's like you've only seen those kind of meetups in movies. You don't see them in India as much, especially where I come from. So maybe in Mumbai and Delhi, like there are some rich kids who have that, but I come from a small town in India, so for me it was kind of different, And even I lived in Mumbai and Delhi, like I never got to see that kind of biker culture or like a car culture where you see a lot of bikers getting together and basically talking, looking at each other's bike and checking out some really nice mods. So my story started in biking in Canada. Started in 2000, I would say 12. जब मैंने अपनी पहली Kawasaki Ninja 300 लिया था, and I used to ride that. I have so many clips from that, but anyways. So then the second bike was a Bandit 650, and the first time I actually went for this bike ride, basically a group meetup. I was just told that you just show up and whoa, nice bike. So you just show up and so I didn't had any idea. But here, like a lot of people are, they give a fuck about how you, if you have gear or not, or like. So I showed up in like t-shirt and shorts. So I had no idea about that, the whole etiquettes and like people care about all these things. So in back home we just ride without any protection, right? Without any motorbike jacket or anything, right? So with my first bike, I showed up to this meetup in shorts and t-shirt. So I'm like, as soon as I got there, there were like people like suited up and like all the way up. So I kind of felt like out of place, and I got so anxious, so I just left. I just did like a circle around the block and like I just left. So now I'm going to that place. It's been almost 5-6 years since I've been riding in Canada. So probably more than 5-6 years. Bought my first bike in 2012 or 13. I don't remember. 13, I think. So it's been 7 years since I've had my motorbike license in Canada. So in my future vlogs, I'll be talking more about how to. So oh fuck! Just now this guy kind of almost took me out. So here you can see it in the fucking slow. So this idiot just turned right into me. The man said, "Well, ban, just तेरी ban दी for the." And I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" So sometimes that would happen. That will happen to you in Canada. Like people are not used to having too many motorbikes on the road. So यहाँ पे आके ना मेरा mood एकदम off हो गया अभी. Fuck. Like this guy just almost took me out. So fuck it. I'll just turn on my Indian mode and just fuck off from this spot. It's a very weird place to be right now. So I'm just gonna jump on the highway and then I'll catch you guys there. And for now, just enjoy the view. I'm getting on Gardner, and you'll see CN Tower and everything in the background when I leave. So this is how you should always switch lanes. I mean, if you are an experienced rider, you already know. Always do a shoulder check before you switch lanes. See CN Tower. That's CN Tower on my left hand side, and I'm basically cutting through the whole skyline of Canada. So not Canada, Toronto. So here I am about to reach Leslie and Lakeshore. This is a Tim Hortons Plaza. There is a Sobeys or a Freshco on this plaza. I'm just gonna speed up the clip for you. So here it is. You can see some bikes here. Like it's pretty early in the meetup, so you'll see more and more bikes as the night will progress. I don't know about because there is kind of like a social distancing thing going on, so there might be cops. So usually there are a lot of cops around here, and they always check on if somebody is not like people are not doing stunts and stuff. So I'm gonna just walk around and see what happens. So when I got here, one of my friend actually Brian showed up and he spotted me. So I'm just gonna do a walk around with him and just enjoy the vlog. So guys, I know you've been following my journey and I've been giving advice on based on my own experiences about Canada and how I came here, how I struggled, and like everybody, like I'm not nothing special. So I'll be sharing more about that in the future. Also, Brian used to work in the kitchen before. Now Brian has his own business. He's becoming a realtor, but he was with a bank for almost 5 6 years.
Brian, so you were a sous chef before, right? Before you joined Banks.
I was garde-manger.
Oh yeah, nice.
So not
Bottom of
sushi,
the.
but
Oh, that's the crew that you came with.
true.
Nice. Oh, I just saw them, yeah, driving in there. Nice.
So yeah, events like these, like you get to meet a lot of like-minded people who are into motorbikes, and also like people who are professionals. I've met doctors, lawyers, people who own their own businesses, all people from all walks of life, which you might not meet them if you were into like just going to work and coming home and just carrying on with your life, or so it's a great way to be social in Canada. And you meet up with so many amazing people. So many of my great friends I've made in Canada are through motorbiking. So I know it's expensive at the end of the day, but it's so rewarding. Biking is one of my favorite things to do in the world. So, and I won't trade it with anything. And I've also made so many great connections. I also met my wife through motorbikes because she was a rider and I was a rider, and we basically both connected through motorbikes. Let me know if you have any crazy stories related to motorbikes, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.
Italian chef.
Chefs,
You thought
yeah.
of an Italian wife. Wow. A
What?
dark cherry red fireplate.
Oh man, like I was getting a deal on 900 Fireblade.
Yeah.
900 Fireblade. It was like fucking $1,500, and it looked.
$1,500 for insurance?
Yeah, no, like just the bike.
What?
Cheap, super cheap.
A fireblade? Really?
Yeah, very cheap. But at that time, I was like, I was kind of looking for something cheaper on insurance. But the insurance would have killed me. I think my insurance would have been like, is that the one?
Yeah.
Before you purchase a motorbike, make sure you do a thorough shopping around for insurance, because that is one of the biggest expenses to own a motorcycle in Canada, or a car, or any luxury car or sports bike or any kind of in those lines. Because I was gonna pick up a Hayabusa this year, and my insurance ended up being $6,000. Besides the fact that I've been riding for almost 7 years in Canada with a clean record. So that's it. And I spoke to Brian actually off camera, where he was talking about how many careers he has changed and how many jobs he has had. And he came from the kitchen and ended up being a financial advisor and worked at events, gaming events. And so we are planning to do a group ride. Let me know in the comment section below if I should interview him and talk about his journey and all that stuff. So if you have stuck around till this time, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys.